Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for tuning in to this session of the Fireside Chat. Today, we have Mr. Miicheal Yeoh. Michael has over 20 years of experience in the property and mortgage investment industry, and he's currently the CEO and founder of GM Training Academy PLT. A graduate from Deakin University, Australia, with a degree in 1996 majoring in marketing and management. He has worked for prominent financial institutions such as Standard Chartered, Hong Leong, HSBC, Prudential Unit Trust, and Huang DBS Unit Trust. Over the years, he's helped thousands of loan borrowers by providing comprehensive mortgage advisory and solutions. Today's topic, ladies and gentlemen, is really an interesting and yet controversial topic. And the topic is how first-time home buyers get screwed. Without further ado,
Hi, Ernest. Thank you for it's a wonderful topic. You told me about this topic, I got excited.
Yeah, because Michael and I have been discussing about how to help home buyers buy property for the longest time, and our relationship goes back several years. And we've always felt sorry for people who go into relationships with long-term lenders and get stuck.
Correct.
So Michael and I have this belief that we should educate and empower the consumer to make better financial decisions responsibly. So that's why this topic is really of unique interest. So Michael, thanks for coming on board. I'm so happy that you said yes to this topic. It's going to be a very interesting session.
You're most welcome, Ernest. Thanks for inviting me also.
Michael, in the years of experience that you've got, and in the years of experience helping people get loans, can you tell me, where do you see first-time home buyers get screwed? Maybe we can start off with that.
Actually, it depends on, even your first home buyer, depends on, a lot of people think, oh, first home buyer is just for to stay. Another part is for investment. Okay, if you are buying to stay, most of the time you are not into trouble. You are not troubled. Okay, because you buy one and you stay in the property, so you buy accordance to your affordability you pay. But I can see that for the past few years, people get greedy. Okay, instead of first home for stay, they buy for investment. But instead of buying one property, they buy 5 in one go or 10 in one go with the same income. Okay, I've seen before an income of monthly income of 5,000. They buy 5 properties with a commitment of 10,000. Okay, wow. 5,000 income, 10,000. Okay, that is the problem. When time like this, when COVID-19 strikes now, when things happen, so they cannot pay the installment. Okay, when you cannot pay the installment, your property will be auctioned. You'll be the banks will sue you bankrupt. That happens. So I'm very concerned about this. That's why, Ernest, I think you've read a lot of my articles. I say many times of they call it loan compression. I call it multiple financing. It's all the same. Okay. The problem is this: you're buying a lot of these people buying what they cannot afford to buy. Because they are shown of the brighter side, you can buy this, buy that with some cashbacks or this, but that's where the problem starts, Ernest. Yeah.
Can you tell me, when you were talking about first-time home buyers, I would assume that these first-time home buyers don't have massive debts before them, because taking a property loan is like a few $100,000. It's not 1,000, 2,000 credit card debt. So to get into a few $100,000 debt is a big mental shift. How do you get into multiple loans to do not just few $100,000, but sometimes even up to $1 million? You talk about 5 properties from 5,000 to 10,000 a month. That's about $1 million in debt so fast.
Yes. You know how they do it? Actually, it's not difficult. Actually, it's very simple. When you have an income, let's say you want to buy 5 properties. You buy 5 properties and you submit the loan at the same time to 5 different banks, and the bank will think that this is the only property you are buying. That's why you can get so many banks to approve the loan. That's how instead you have 5,000 income, you can get approval up to 10,000 installment, 5 properties. That's how they do it. It's you can say cheating the bank, all these things. Yeah, but bottom line, uh, now the bank try to put a stop into this, but last time the bank still released the loan. It happened. It happened. Yeah, that's why I call it multiple financing.
I understand.
Yeah,
No, but
yeah,
Michael, one of the
uh,
things that first-time home
uh,
buyers are
uh,
usually looking at property, they're looking for their own stay. They're looking at because they're getting married, they want to buy a property, or they move to
true.
another town, they want to
Yes,
buy a property. How do they get
yes.
stuck with the
Mm.
idea of becoming rich quick? I mean, how does that happen? Share a bit.
Okay. Okay. It all started when they go for, there's a lot of seminars on this, yeah, telling people, oh, you want to be a multi-millionaire, or you want to be a millionaire, you just have to buy 5 properties, and these 5 properties there's a cashback of 200,000 each. Cashback meaning from the loan you can still take out extra, let's say 200,000. So your times 5 is 1 million. You are a millionaire, right? Instant millionaire. They have been selling this type of package, so people keep buying. Take into this and they buy. Then there's the problem is when you cannot rent,
Mm.
you cannot do anything with the property. This is what happens. You need to still to pay installment. And I saw some people commented after they buy all this, even the cashback they finish using it in 3 months time. Luxurious lifestyle, lor,
Wow.
buy cars lah, expensive renovation, buy handbags, no, expensive handbags, all this. So no money, but at the end you still have to service the loan, and your property cannot be tenanted. Okay, normally this one cashback, all this, the properties that be sold to the purchaser, actually the location is not right. There's problem with the property, cannot be sold. They do this way of cashback. Okay,
Mm.
then this buyer say, wow, wow. Normally, why they like to target first time home buyers? As what you say, they are clean,
Mm.
they have no debts. So approval is easier than a matured borrower. See, so easier. So you target these people, approval easier. They can do everything for you.
Mm.
That is where the problem will start lah. Especially now, okay, during COVID, after the loan moratorium, if you don't get a special extension from the bank, then this is all when it started to see more and more auction properties happening by next year.
Mm.
That is what I foresee. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Does this usually happen for primary or sub-sale markets, do you think, Michael?
More on primary. Sub-sale, I will feel that they are more genuine. Presently, I do a lot of, I also do sub-sale market. Sub-sale, you look at this round, this time, because of COVID, I think, and people think people will not buy properties.
Mm.
Okay, I think from my observation and the cases I do a lot of first purchase, and these people are genuine buyers. They don't go and buy 5, 10 properties. They only buy one, and for their own stay. And they want the loan to approve because yes, it's more difficult to get the loan approved. Yeah, more difficult, but it's not impossible. I've been doing this for the last 20 over years. Yeah, so you need to create a relationship with the bank, valuers, everyone. So you can also see secondary market is starting to move. I can see people are buying, and also because of primary, because you have HOC campaign. Yeah, now secondary is moving because you have a lot of sellers selling no RPGT. So there's perks. That's why it encourages the market to move lah. At this time, it won't like last year during the HOC where you can see the figure go, jump up 3 times their target. No, this year is slower, but it's moving.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if, for instance, taking the example that you said just now, just say if I'm the first-time
Ah,
home buyer, I'm putting myself as a
yeah.
first-time home buyer, and I
Okay.
really, really like this primary market product, that means coming from the
Okay.
developer that offers a cashback,
Ah,
but I want to
okay.
stay in it. So should I
Hmm.
still look at properties that have a cashback element towards it?
Okay. you have to be careful in all this. Let's say, uh, it, first thing a buyer must do, let's talk of first thing they must do, financial planning. Okay, I always insist on proper financial planning. Look at your income and all your expenses. If all this can match, if you have positive income, all this after deducting, why do you need a cashback? Okay, so you can even the developer, you don't have to take a cashback, you can go for lower margin of finance. But some developers even have cashback. Yes, you see, most developers have this, but it's okay. But if you buy the right property, it's still okay, because after you sell, you might not lose money or you gain money. Okay, what I'm worried is you buy the wrong type of property. Okay, the property that you have problem on the selling. The thing is nobody wants the property. Okay, the location is wrong. Okay, everything is wrong. Troubled property, that you have to be cautioned. Yeah, so to some developers, yes, they have cashback, all this thing last time. Actually is also they have a good product, because the market at that time, everybody is giving cashback, all these things, so everybody jump into it. Yeah, so people are thinking it's a norm, but you have to come back to the financial planning, whether you can afford to pay or not to pay. That is very important. So financial planning will tell you, okay, proper planning will tell you, okay, how much should I buy? Okay, let's say I can afford, at the end of the month I have 2,000 left in my account. After I do a financial, I have 2,000. You calculate it back, okay? You calculate how much property can you buy with 2,000 installment. This is how you should be doing. Not calculate from you want to buy, let's say you can buy a 300,000 property, but you go and buy a 700,000 property. See, you buy what you cannot afford. Okay, at the end, yes, you can pay for the first few months. After this, what happened? You're forcing yourself. Don't force yourself to buy. That's what I can tell the advice I give to my buyers. Even the first property I bought, know how much is the first property I bought? That was
Much.
15 years ago, 130,000 only.
Okay.
And because why I buy 130,000 depends on my income. I feel that I can pay this installment only. I don't want to over commit myself. Yeah, that's
Very
what I
good.
do.
Very
Yeah,
good advice.
yeah,
Very good. So what you're
yeah,
saying, Michael, is this: the first thing that you
yeah.
need to do for anybody
Mm,
wanting to buy their first property, the first thing is
ah,
to know what their
mm.
budget is, to do proper financial
True.
planning.
Yes, financial planning is a keyword. Yes, yes.
Michael, one of the things that I need to also probably share, and I think you know this as well, because of this COVID
Yeah.
situation and digital 4.0, the digital economy
Okay.
4.0, a lot of the
Okay.
jobs that we think about, the 9 to 5, you work there
Mm.
until you retire, may not necessarily be there for much longer, or
Yes.
things may change.
Yes.
In fact,
Yes.
the younger generation may look at constant moving and constant gig economy participation.
Mm.
How do you see this as affecting the loan's ability when you want to buy? Because if the bank says, okay, what's your ability to repay the loan over 20, 30 years? Where is your stable
Mm.
source of income? They may have a problem with that. What's your thought?
Okay, how the bank sees is your ability to say to pay. You're right. They want to see your stable income, or you have a stable salary. You contributed EPF, yeah, all this. The banks want to see that. If you are, let's say, a sole proprietor, you own your own business, a sole proprietor, they want to see a track record, at least 3 years that you've been earning consistently, your declaration income tax going up, all this. The bank want to see a trail, because to them is about risk. Okay, I lend to you, what is my risk, low risk or high risk? If you are a high risk person, the bank term you as high risk, they might not lend to you. Okay, because bank is not a charity organization. They are also a profit organization accountable to shareholders. Definitely, they will lend to average risk person, low to average, not the high risk. Okay, that's how I see it. But for borrowers, you got to make sure you got to show to the bank your ability to pay in future. Or another way is what the bank says is your own savings habit. So let's say you got an FD of 50,000, 100,000. Okay, to the bank is you are a good credit customer. Then you also have a savings a lot. You've shown that you are good in financial planning. They might lend to you. Even I've come across cases before where we call it debt DSR, debt service ratio. Uh, they already exceeded the bank's limit, but the bank still approve. Why? Because of their savings habit, and in the account it shows that they have a lot of money. So is that you call the bank have to be comfortable with you, then they will lend. That's why I have seen this even now I'm doing consultancy. So even you breach a bit of the guideline, but you can show consistency and there's savings, the bank still can lend to you. Yeah.
Okay, understood.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then, coming back to those first-time home buyers, essentially, that they're wanting to make this decision to buy. And
Yes.
there's so many courses online, offline. There's so many teachers trying to teach people to do so.
Yes.
How to buy, and grow your wealth. It's always tied up with grow your wealth.
Correct.
As opposed to buy a property that you are comfortable in paying for every month. So if I were the first-time home buyer and I have not seen anybody, and I come to you personally and say, Michael, help me. I want to buy my first home. I'm 23. I came out from university. I'm working for the last 3 years. I've got a bit of savings. I got a bit of EPF. I got a bit of income tax that I paid. The first thing you told me was, okay, do your budgeting. Okay, I've done my budgeting. I think I can afford 1,000 a month. What should I do next then? Should I look at how do I maximize my return? Should I look at a property that I can make an investment out of, or should I just buy something that I can use now? What would your advice be?
It's all about their personal objective. That's why I will ask the thing that I will ask is, what is your objective? Okay, whether you want to stay for long term, and you don't want to sell, it's not for profit. Second, you buy now, the property appreciate in value in future. You sell, you buy a bigger one for you enhance your lifestyle. So it's all about achieve what do you want. And sometimes the first home can be investment property. Yeah, I come across a guy. Okay, first home invest. He stayed with the parents. Okay, he stayed with the parents. He buy the one property and he rent out. He don't buy 5, 10. He just buy one. So he waited for the property to appreciate in value. Then he want to sell. He make money. It's all about objective. Okay, what do you want? So once you formulate the objective, I know what they want. Then I come up with solution. And okay, this type of property, okay, is good for this and for this usage. This type of loan, this type of loan is good because is more suitable for you. Okay, don't look at loan. Sometimes people say, "Hey, Michael, you give me the lowest interest rate loan." Okay, people say most people want the lowest. I always say this to everyone: choose the interest rate package, choose a bank which is suitable for you. Interest rate is secondary. It might be, the package you choose depends on your objective. Okay, it might be average high, but actually if you look at your portfolio, you save more. So you have different types of loan. You have term loan, you have flexi loan, you have so many, which is suitable for your lifestyle. Then from then you choose. Then from them, I've done before for this customer. Okay, for this customer, initially he gave me an objective. Okay, he told me what he want. I was asking. So after talking to him, I was thinking, actually, what you tell me your objective and what I get from conversation from you, the objective is wrong. It doesn't match lah. So later on, I discussed with him. We come up with a new objective together. Okay. Then they say, oh, Michael, I think this is the right one. Actually, I want this. Then from the objective, I come out, okay, what you should do for debt restructuring, all this. Then from 7 banks, we narrowed together. I think this bank is not suitable for you. This is not suitable. We narrowed to 3 banks. From 3 banks, we narrowed to 1 bank. This is the best bank, and I proposed to him. He also agreed. Oh, because and it not necessarily it is the lowest interest rate. Then we submit to the bank. I know. I look at the documents. It can be approved. This bank can do. So we submit. I don't waste time. I submit to so many banks. If I confident, I submit to 1 bank only. Then actually the loan was just approved last week. Okay, he's signing the offer letter this weekend. Now, before signing of offer letter, I help him to read the offer letter because there's always term and condition you need to read. So I advise the lawyer, the listeners, okay, those who listen to this, read first before what you sign. Okay, after you sign, you something happen, you go to even the court, you will lose. And I tell you, there's I've some people have messaged me. Uh, things happen after they sign, and they did not know about it. I say, you go and read. Is this in the offer letter? Oh yeah, Michael, I never read. It is true. But it's too late. So do all this step by step. Okay, you don't understand the offer letter, ask the banker. It's their duty to tell you what's inside. The banker cannot tell you, ask a lawyer. You pay the lawyer, it's their job, right? So because people are scared, oh, they are the lawyer, scared to ask. No, as a consumer, it's our right. Yeah, it's our right to ask the right question. It's our right before we sign. Okay, bear this in mind before you buy any property. Step by step, you must follow. Yeah.
Sometimes when I ask the questions, and personally, I've also been told, oh, standard. These are all standard terms.
Yes, I agree with you. That most banker will tell standard because if you really read the offer letter, they scared you might not sign it. After you tell the term condition is very small. That's why fine print they call it fine print. Fine print is very small for you not to read. True or not? Right? Yeah. Not. I can tell you certain things in the offer letter is standard. Certain things are not, and it concerns you. You will sign it, you go to court also useless because you sign it is deemed that you read. Although you have not read, you sign it means you read already.
Not just read and accept.
Yes. So at the end of the day, who suffer? The borrower. Okay, you have to be careful. That's why you have. To me, you want to get a banker, get an experienced banker. I always look into experienced counsel. Experience does help. Okay,
Absolutely.
these people, to me, they know what to tell to the customer, to caution the customers, and it helps a lot. It helps a lot.
It reminds me of a conversation I was having with someone just before I had a chat with you. And the person was actually selling his service for a slightly higher price than the market. So I asked this person, I said, why do you charge a bit more? And this is the value of experience. So he gave me the example.
Yes.
If you're sick and you need a surgery, do you want a butcher or you want a surgeon? Both also cut meat, right? One is experience in what area, right? Yeah.
Yes. You have to pay for the extra experience. I don't mind because the additional money you pay to that person, it helps you save much more. It's worth it. Every single cent worth it. Like one of my customers, recent customer, this guy, I helped him to save 30 over thousand. And how much he pay me? Much less than that, right? Yeah, but if he goes direct to the bank, he'll be paying extra 30,000. Right?
Correct.
Yeah. Certain things, there's nothing is free. Okay, everybody is earning a living. We have to pay. Yeah, there's a fee to be paid if it's worthwhile. And these people, you see that they are experienced in doing their thing. they have gone through many years, then it's to me it's worth to pay.
Yeah,
Uh, it, rather than making mistakes, and that mistake can cost you even more money.
understood.
Yeah.
Michael, what would you advise if following the same
Yeah.
example, I'm ready to buy,
Mm,
I want to buy, I have
mm,
some money. Should I
mm,
buy primary market or subsale market? A primary market product, let's say maybe take up to 1 or 2 years
mm.
to be delivered to me, or subsale, I just have to move in.
Stay. Yeah.
Stay.
It's about objective again. If let's say you're not staying now and you can still wait, you can go for primary market. But to some people, because they want the property fast, they cannot wait. Sale is a good market. But primary, there's also a lot of developers now. They have a ready made a ready property to sell to you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if you buy from developer quite fast, okay, maybe less than 3 months. Subsale will take a bit longer, around three months. There's a redemption to be done, or this it takes more time.
Mm.
Primary market through developer will be faster. Yeah,
Okay.
that is a different. Actually, to me, both primary or secondary market is fine as long as you love the property, you like the location, and you feel that your objective is you want to stay, but in future you want the property to appreciate in value, and you want to move to more expensive place to stay for enhancement. Then
Mm.
you know your objective. You know that okay, you need to find the right location, the right place to buy in which the property can appreciate. Then
Mm.
you go for it. Yeah.
Okay.
Subsale, there's abundance. Okay. Everywhere, not even today, because of COVID-19, you have motivated sellers.
Mm.
I call them motivated. Motivated sellers means they are willing to sell you at a cheaper price. They have no choice. Okay, they need the money. If you manage to find these motivated sellers, you you might get it cheap, even below market value.
Mm.
Okay, I come across before they buy way below market value. Yeah, so both also okay, depends on the objective, but definitely private market you buy from developer, you get a brand new property lah.
Mm.
Secondary market, you might not get a brand new property lah.
Mm.
Yeah,
Mm.
that is the difference lah. Yeah.
Okay. Michael, coming back to the previous example, say I have
Yeah.
been a student of
Mm.
another guru and I bought a
Ah.
few properties at the same time. I've
Mm.
taken some money back, spent it all, and now I'm worried, like, oh, I have to do the
Ah.
repayments already because the moratorium period is over. If I'm
Mm.
finding myself in that situation right now, what advice can you give me to help me get out of the situation? If I cannot rent a property, I cannot sell the property, what can I do? What are the practical pieces of advice I can learn from you?
No, the thing is you need to do that consolidation. Like one lady have the same problem, but like what you say, okay, she tried to talk to the bank, prove to the bank that she lost her income, lost a tenant. You need to prove. Then the bank look at it, they will extend the moratorium to you, targeted lah. Okay, another 6 months or so. Yeah, but within the 6 months you have to do something about it really. You cannot wait until that last month only you do something. It's way too late.
Mm.
Okay, another way she did is you sell at a loss.
Mm.
You have to come up with certain money to top up the loss. It's better, no choice. Yeah, it's rather you sell the loss and or being sued bankrupt. So some people I've come across cases where they borrowed money to just to top up the differential amount because they sell at the loss. At least one debt is gone already. Yeah. Or to some people sell at the same price, they don't make money. It's okay. Okay. In future, you want to make money, you go make when the market is good. But if you settle your problem now, at least you settle your problem now.
Mm.
Yeah, those I think the extension of moratorium was it already finished last. It was last month.
Mm.
Yeah, you need to apply last month. So this month no more already. So those who don't get it, they have to service the loan installment. But I can see that most people okay got the loan extension if they apply. bank a bit flexible. But what happened if the targeted extension is over, 3 months to 6 months is over, then you have another problem of servicing the road. It will come back already. Okay, so you have to be these 6 months. You need to do something about it. No? I seen people buy five properties, a few properties renting to students. Now now the problem is online studying. They don't go to uni, all these things. So the place is empty, no rental. So no rental meaning, but you still have to pay the installment, right? So this is where the problem starts. So, okay, no rental, and you need to pay. You need to pay, let's say, 3 units to 5 units of installment. You're unable to pay that. Okay, you need to restructure. You quickly think of a way out. There might be a way out. Okay, like my friend, I gave her a big some advice on how to even to apply special moratorium with the bank, all these things. So how do you submit the documents, what not to submit, what to submit, what to tell them, what not to tell the banks. So these are the things that I help lah. I help borrowers, but not again, not everybody can be helped. If
And
you
so,
are too deep, you are too deep into it already, is sorry, it's more difficult to do already. You buy too many. If let's say you buy 10 properties at 5,000 income, so how? So even rental now, I can tell you and me, we also know rental has been slashed. Rental have been slashed as I think as low as 30%. I heard 50% also got. My friend kena 50% no. So what happened? Whether you take it or you leave it, if you find another tenant, you think it's easier. Not easy to find. So you have got to take 50% cut. Even my tenant, I cut a few, I think 20% rental for them. No choice. No choice. You see. So I always sorry. Those people are in this situation. Okay, you have to look at the whole picture, and then you start to consolidate all your debts already. You better do it now. Yeah.
okay. Michael, in our closing part, I just wanted to ask you,
Mm,
how does a first-time home buyer or someone planning
mm,
to buy their first property,
mm,
how and where should they turn to for advice so that they
mm.
don't take the first move wrongly? What would your advice be?
Okay. Okay. See me. No,
Good.
no, no. Actually, you must go to the uh, experienced person and get a good advice. Sometimes you go to the bank. Uh, Sometimes you go to the bank. Bankers is bankers. They want loans. They have target. Okay, so they will tell everything also can. Wow, this is goodbye. That is goodbye. Everything is also goodbye. Is that a really goodbye? Because they have a target. They need your loan. So they don't care whether you can service or not service the loan. That is after approval, you accept their job is finished. Okay, you need to find a proper financial planner. Okay, look at your budget step by step. Bring you like what I does for my customer is okay. I see their objective. From the objective, I ask them to do financial planning, the income expenses. I have a table for them to do. Okay, you fill in. Then from there I see okay how much you can borrow, how much property you can afford to buy. So then he will go and find the property within this range. Yeah. Then from then, okay, after the found deposit, for this case, let's say I help them. Okay. Then we go for a loan. Okay. So I will know roughly which bank can lend to this type of customer. Not every bank can lend to this type of customer. Not every bank love this type of customer, but some bank does. So we choose a bank that is the probability of approval is the highest. Okay, so you don't go to 10 banks. Normally I go, the most is 2 or 3 banks, but mostly I go for one bank only because I know that bank can approve the loan. No need to go other banks already. This is called experience. So I've been doing this for the last 20 over years already. So roughly I know which bank. So from then when the bank approve, what I will do is they will send the offer letter. Mostly they are my friends. They will send the offer letter. I'll read through or all the terms and conditions before they sign. So I'll say, okay, now you sign. Get your loan first before you sign SPA. SPA. A lot of people make this mistake. Sign SPA first, then take a loan. No. Loan approved, you see the offer letter, only then you sign the SPA. You need to confirm. Okay, then you pay your 10%. This is what advice I can. You do by step approval. Step by step, you will not get it wrong. You take the right bank. Actually, that bank can even help you to save. So what I normally now I tell them, okay, after all this finish, you come back to me. I will teach you how to save interest and finish early. You can take 35 years. I'll teach you to finish your loan maybe 15 to 20 years using this strategy one by one. If I were to teach them initially, they are more interested in getting the house and the loan. No point I teach them all this. I say you come back to me later. I will teach you how to do it step by step. This is what I normally do now for my clients.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good advice. Ladies and gentlemen, and all the viewers watching today, Miichael has given some very sage advice. And if you're actually looking at purchasing your first property or your second or your third, Miichael's advice still applies. You have to make sure that your budget meets with the ability to repay. If you overbite the loan, it may come back to bite you if you are left naked.
True.
Miichael, for the last question, I just have a few questions to ask you. Please see what's the first thought that comes to your mind, okay, in this
okay.
so that our viewers get to know you a little bit better. Okay.
Sure.
Leasehold, freehold. Which will you choose?
Freehold.
Strata, landed.
Landed.
High floor, low floor, if strata.
High floor.
Do you prefer on high ground or flat land?
High ground.
Okay. Would you invest outside your state or would you invest overseas compared to just investing where you are familiar with?
More on familiar with.
Excellent. Thank you, Miichael. Thanks for sharing with us the inmost thoughts. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been a Fireside Chat presentation. We've had Miichael Yeoh, who's shared so much to help first-time home buyers and any buyer for that matter for property not to get screwed. Any last thoughts, Miichael, before we end?
Again, just to remind everybody, please do your financial planning before you start buying a property. That is my final advice to everyone.
Great. And ladies and gentlemen, I will tag Miichael in this in this video shoot, and you can connect with him as well. And he'd be more than happy to answer any of the questions that you may have, whether or not you are in the same town he's at, because I believe his services are nationwide.
Yes. Thank you, Ernest, for inviting me.
Thank you so much. Take care.
Yeah.